What's up, Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Bits for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. You know, we've got iPhone 14 and 14 Pro news. Apple is not giving up on the smart home, and I'm not really excited about the Apple Watch Series 8, just keeping it real. But let's start with the iPhone and a recently leaked photo of what's believed to be the iPhone 14 lineup. This shows us what we've been talking about the entire year plus, and these are likely molds used for making third-party iPhone cases since the designs are clearly not finished, but they show two different sizes and the lack of an iPhone mini model this year. Now we're expecting a 6.1-inch iPhone 14, 6.1-inch iPhone 14 Pro, a 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Max, and a 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro Max, with the same flat edge design and protruding camera bump as the 13 lineup, but a slight difference in the camera bump, which will be slightly thicker by 0.57 millimeters, which will be a result of improvements to the wide angle and telephoto lens in the Pro and a new 48 megapixel wide camera with 8K video recording capabilities. And yes, no more notch on the iPhone 14 Pro models, but the punch hole and pill hole cut out instead, while the iPhone 14 models will still keep the notch. Now, everyone has been ready for the iPhone to finally ditch the Lightning connector, yes, but according to iDrop News, that still won't be happening for the 14 lineup. Now, we know Apple still gets royalties from accessory companies that use the Lightning connector, and it's been on the iPhone now for about 10 years. But the biggest issue is now that we can shoot ProRes video, and I do, those file sizes are huge. The current Lightning cable takes too long. AirDrop is really inconsistent these days. Like, trust me, you're not the only one that is frustrated with AirDrop. So we need more bandwidth. And what's going to be the solution? Well, according to the report, Apple engineers are working on bringing USB-C 3.0 speeds, but not USB-C, specifically the current iPhone 14 Pro's current connector, to solve this problem for creatives. Now, it has not been confirmed that this is coming to the regular iPhone 14 and 14 Max, just the Pros. And I'll believe it when I see it, but the current options aren't good enough, especially if we're going to be given 8K video recording this year. Apple knows it, we know it, so we'll see if we get a solution. And hey, newsflash, Apple will be upgrading its cameras for the iPhone 14 models like they do every year. The latest report from Ming-Chi Kuo says that the front-facing camera will get a better autofocus and a wider f1.9 aperture compared to the f2.2 on the current iPhone 13. These improvements could also result in improved depth of field effects for portrait mode photos and videos. And then if there's one issue with the iPhone camera that bugs me a lot, it still needs a significantly better optical zoom, not zoom range, Apple, but pure optical zoom, because 3x, it just isn't good enough, especially after the Galaxy S21 Ultra and S22 Ultra bring an impressive 10x optical. I've talked about it a lot. Well, that might be changing in the near future after the Elec reports that Apple is believed to have struck a deal with a new supplier of telephoto lens components for a periscope camera system coming to future iPhones. South Korean firm Jawa Electronics is reportedly the new partner that is investing in building plants to produce new optical image stabilization actuators specifically for Apple. Jawa has also been linked to building components for a periscope camera system, and although it won't make it to the iPhone 14, the iPhone 15 will be the model to finally get this new camera tech 3 years after Samsung and others have had it. All right, let's take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video, Spigen. Spigen is a protective phone case and accessories company that pushes the boundaries of design and technology, and their new Arc Hybrid MagSafe battery pack is a power bank that not only holds to the iPhone strongly, but also has fast charging capability, and incorporates Spigen's premium curvature rounded octagon edge design that is sleek looking. Now, the Arc Hybrid Mag is compatible with all iPhone 13 and iPhone 12 models with or without a case. It also has a strong holding power to prevent it from falling off. You just snap it on and it immediately starts charging wherever you go. No need to press a button. Spigen calls it one-tap technology. And the biggest feature, its big battery capacity of 5,000 milliampere hours with an output of 7.5 watts for fast wireless charging. That's 3.4 times more battery capacity and 1.5 times faster wireless charging compared to Apple's battery pack. Now, it charges via USB-C and it comes with a USB-C to C cable. So check out the link below and in the description to get Spigen's new Arc Hybrid MagSafe battery pack and their other great accessories. All right, let's get back to the stories, and one of the areas that I've been pretty critical about with Apple is the smart home. Now, the latest report from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman says Apple is still working on a new HomePod product that combines a speaker, Apple TV functions, and a FaceTime camera. He says it's not a dead project and is still coming and will be at the center of Apple's approach to the home. even if it does do that, I mean, what will it look like? If they can maybe integrate all these things into a soundbar type device, it does become slightly more interesting to me. Now, Gurman doesn't go into what it will actually be or when it's expected to arrive, so yes, this is still more speculation around it, but even if they put out a device, let's say like this, right, as a soundbar, it's really their best chance to get some traction, but to me, a soundbar alone, that's not enough, right? The soundbar market continues to grow, and there are plenty of robust systems out there today that are already so good. I mean, Sonos, they've already established themselves as kind of that Apple-esque brand for the home theater. And then some people want more than just a soundbar. They want a subwoofer and rear speakers for a full surround sound experience. HomePod minis aren't good enough. You know, when the HomePod came out, I loved it for its sound quality, but its Siri and smart home compatibility limitations and price point didn't make sense. It also felt like a product that just came to the market way too late. And then the HomePod mini was a complementary piece that also came way too late to the smart home party. So I just don't think new smart home products like this have as much reach beyond the super loyal Apple user that is completely leaning into the ecosystem and Apple's privacy benefits. But they did that, and it wasn't good enough for the HomePod, and that's already been discontinued. You know, for me, I live in an Amazon, Echo, Google Nest, and HomePod mixed ecosystem because no one's really been able to completely nail it, and they all excel in different ways. And by owning these devices, yes, you are acknowledging that you're giving up some of your privacy for the benefits of tech. But they're just trailing so far behind that it's hard to see much change even until the Matter platform is finalized and made public. Now, that's the new smart home standard that's going to allow smart home devices to work seamlessly with Apple, Amazon, and Google. Think of it basically as a common language that allows smart home devices to communicate to each other across all platforms. It's kind of like the holy grail that we haven't seen. But it's been delayed multiple times and now pushed out to fall of 2022. So, do you think the future looks bright for this rumored new smart speaker, Apple TV, FaceTime camera device thingamajigger? I mean, would you buy one? Or has Apple already lost you for the smart home? Are you somewhere else? You know, put in the comments and I'll read them if I feel like it. I do feel like it. All right, now the Apple Watch is one of my favorite devices of all time, but Apple hasn't given many people a really compelling enough reason to upgrade. I would say even as far back as the Apple Series 4. Now, I went from 4 to a 7 because of the bigger screen, but even some people that I know with a 3, they don't feel the need to upgrade. Well, a recent Bloomberg report says Apple is still planning to add a body temperature sensor to the Apple Watch and additional health features, but it hasn't been confirmed if it's actually coming. They're also planning on bringing new women's health features to the Apple Watch and iPhone via software and new sleep, fitness, and medication management features. But the big ones everyone is continue to ask and talk about, blood pressure and blood glucose monitoring, are still not close at all. In fact, the latest report says that testing on employees just hasn't been accurate enough with the goal of telling someone if they have high blood pressure. And Apple, they've been working on it for at least 4 years, and it's unlikely to be ready by 2024 or even 2025, according to Bloomberg. Now, blood glucose monitoring, this is also still several years away, and there isn't even a target release year for that feature. So I'm not complaining about this because, look, this health stuff is really hard. It's not easy, and none of us could do better. But what it's doing is really slowing down the innovation around the Apple Watch and ultimately not giving someone a compelling enough reason to upgrade or even buy one. Like, I still love this device. I mean, they can add new fitness routines and metrics and software things, but without any groundbreaking features or even a design change because we just got the larger screen, the Apple Watch Series 8 feels right now really like another year to just pass on unless you want the bigger screen. And hey, maybe they release a rugged version. I mean, that might be the only thing that sparks new sales, but as of this moment, the Apple Watch hardware just doesn't feel like it'll be too exciting in 2022. Like, I'm honestly more excited about watch bands and hoping for big things in iOS 9 than the watch right now. Also exciting for creators, young and old, Apple recently released an update to iMovie and now brings new movie making features that just make it easy to jump in and start a project. Now, when you open the app, you now have 2 new options for Magic Movie and Storyboard. So with Magic Movie, you can select the media that you want or pull from a photo album, and iMovie creates a magic movie for you automatically by analyzing people's faces, spoken dialogue, and movement. It's kind of like taking those great memories videos that the photo app gives you that Apple does automatically, because I watch those a lot. But now with Magic Movie, it lets you edit the photos or the videos, change the order, add music or voiceovers, and really customize it. Then you also have here Storyboard. This is a whole nother beast. It gives you pre-made styles of videos to choose from. There's cooking, there's a makeover style video, but let's select product review video for fun, and you can pick a style of video as well as graphics that go along with it to match. Storyboard then gives you a shot list with shot suggestions and instructions on what to do. This is so easy, it's criminal. Like, you could just take existing shots from your library or use your device on the fly to capture those shots. Plus, you can obviously edit, adjust, and reorder the clips the way that you see fit. I should legit be worried about my job security after this. I mean, these tools, just to make it so easy to jump in, the things that you people have today as tools just didn't exist when I first started making videos. So Storyboard and Magic Movie, they're two big new features coming to iMovie, and you also have control with cinematic mode shots from the iPhone 13, and then the app is optimized to work with Apple Silicon. So it's a great jumping point to make a movie with what you have instead of getting intimidated by that empty timeline, and it's available as a free upgrade. All right, so we're talking creating content. Let's talk about watching and consuming content, because we've seen how Apple TV Plus is evolving right before our eyes, and 2022 really feels like the year that Apple TV Plus is having its breakthrough year to the general public. You got Coda and Ted Lasso. They've just crushed it during award seasons, and it's drawn in new interest. You have new shows like Severance and Pachinko that are getting big buzz, and then there's this new comedy called Loot with Maya Rudolph that could be their next Ted Lasso-like success. And are you hyped for Prehistoric Planet with David Attenborough? Because I am hyped about that. Then they locked in the Friday Night Baseball deal, which is the cleanest way to watch a baseball game. It has like situational stats that appear in the bottom corner. It's just clean without all the sponsors and promotions everywhere. I know the broadcasters could improve, but come on, it's only getting better. They just started. And now multiple reports claim that not only is Apple the front runner for the rights to the NFL Sunday Ticket package, but the deal could already be wrapped up and just is being kept under wraps until an official announcement. Now, Sunday Ticket allows you to watch all these out-of-market NFL games that are broadcast every week. And this is another huge win for Apple in the content space in just 2.5 years since they launched. Now, for me as an NBA fan, can y'all just swoop in on the next deal available? I like to see that there. Apple TV Plus is no longer just this service that was, hey, it's $4.99 and the only big show you can watch is the morning show. I mean, it's looking like a real nice deal, and it's growing up. All right. That's gonna do it for this video. If you like what you see, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my latest videos when they drop. And if you want more of that Apple goodness, you can check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast to get the latest deep dive with all these stories and new ones every week with special guests. So take care and be safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace and love.